Welcome to the live session from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard, your trading coach. We will be doing a live trading session and live analysis, live discussion about every aspect of trading. So, first day of trading week, guys. I know that it's a long holiday and there is a lot of change in the market sentiment. First session of the day, first session of the week. There is a new monthly candle, new daily, weekly, a big week coming up, NFP week, guys. So make sure that before I begin this live session, you give a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press that bell notification so that you are not missing out any of the content that I'm posting every day. So I'll begin with one by one all the instruments that you look at. We have seen that with the market open, there is a very nice trend on gold, and also we have seen a good move on GJ as well early today. So this is a bit of choppy market at the moment, but we can see that a clean trend on gold, and also with the euro dollar and with Gbpusd USD also slowly turning to a trending market. So we'll be looking at all of them. I would appreciate your support before I begin this live session. If you give a thumbs up, will be much appreciated so that it shows to more people. And any question, don't hesitate to ask using the live chat. I believe that everyone is here. Please let me know if you are here so that I can start analyzing the market from A to Z. I see that Pradeep is here. Tony, welcome. Jimens, welcome. Good morning, liquidity providers. Thank you very much. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome, E. Henderson. Welcome to this live session. Thanks for joining the live session. Let me know if you have any question using the live chat. Before I begin, I just would like to know that you are here. So if you let me know by giving a thumbs up, and also let me know yes, so that I know exactly you are here, and also which instrument you are looking at. Kelly, welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for joining the live session. So let's begin to look at the market from a very raw perspective, starting with the gold, and then also we'll be looking at other pairs as well. Now, gold, I will be looking at the monthly chart. Today is the first candle on the monthly. Okay, so it's very important to look at the bigger picture, because today is the opening day of the monthly, daily, and weekly. Now, if I look at this, the monthly candle here, there is a weekless candle. You can see there's a no wick at the bottom, and with that no wick at the bottom is basically a gap opening. If you look at the MT4, you might see a gap here. So that represents that there might be again another flow in the market on gold. There are two probable scenarios. One is to create another massive bullish candle at the top. The other scenario is for the price to reject completely to the downside. So what is going up is likely to go up. That's the law of trading. If you look at the overall picture in the market, we can see that gold currently in a long-term bull market. So how do you know that a market is in a long-term bull market or a bearish market? If you look at this market, what do you see? That there is an inverted head and shoulder on the monthly. If you can spot it, you can see it very clearly. So from the monthly, we can see an inverted head and shoulder. And also, if I look at the previous, this is the February candle, there is a narrow doji, followed by March, a massive bullish candle on gold. And that massive bullish candle is representing potential further upside on gold. And we can see that with this big bullish candle, the market has made a significant move today. Once the market opened, also we saw that there is a weekless candle. So from the monthly, we can say that it's a very strongly bullish market. Let's scale down to the weekly time frame. Now, if I look at the weekly chart, we can see that from the weekly, there is a weekly shooting star, followed by previous week a full body green candle. This week also we see that once the market opened with the Asian opening, there is a massive bounce, and that might representing potential further movement to the upside on gold. And with that bounce, we will be waiting to see how the market is reacting to this local support level. Keep in mind, guys, there are 2 points here: local support, global support. We will be discussing in depth in this live session, so make sure that you stick till the end of this live session in depth to understand how we are analyzing the market. Now from the weekly, if we a bit more narrow down here, we can see that from the weekly there was a impulse here, followed by narrow correction. There is another impulse on the weekly, and with that impulse, so far it's maintaining potential bullish market structure. And in depth, you can see that it's a fully blown a bull market from the weekly as well. So let's drop down to the daily time frame. Now looking at the daily chart, you can see the market is basically respecting this 10 EMA. This red line is a 10 EMA, and the price even didn't touch the 20 EMA, which is a sign that this market might keep pushing high for long-term perspective. So always guys and girls, make sure that buy the market which is fully bullish. This is a fully bullish market. It doesn't mean that I'm telling you to buy, just I'm saying that when you trade, you need to trade with the bigger flow in the market. So this is the flow that in this market, this market is turning to a strongly bullish market. So we'll be looking to trade in majority of the time aligning with this major direction of the trend. Now let's look at the intraday time frame here. From the 4-hour perspective, we can see that this is a very strongly impulsive market here on gold. And with that impulsive market, you can see this is the 4-hour candles. Every candles are strong bullish candlestick pattern. And what we can see that here is the 4-hour, there is a wickless candle, and also there is another wickless candle. Back to back 2 wickless candle here is a sign that this market is very strongly bullish on gold. Now if I look at this overall structure, guys, what do we see? That here is a very strongly bullish market. So let's drop down to the 1-hour chart, where we can see that this is the today's move so far is very strongly bullish. Now here is what we can see: a narrower correction and a pullback. So we'll be waiting for gold to come back down for a deeper pullback, and once we see that the market has dropped well below this level, we will be looking for entry to the upside, as it is still maintaining a bullish market structure. Especially on the 1-hour chart, you can see that it's clearly moving to the upside with a very strong momentum. Now if I look at even the 15-minute chart, here is you can see the market has broken that 20 EMA, this zone here, and slowly trying to drop down. So let's draw some of the levels. So these levels that we have drawn is the daily support, and if I look at the lower time frame, you can see this is the whole green move here. And if I look at the 15-minute chart, there are a couple of levels that we can draw here to see where the market is heading. Now this is also an important level of support here and also support here. So we will be waiting for break of any of these support, and then we will be looking for entry opportunity once we can see the market has broken any of this support, and then we will be looking for entry, either this support or this. You can see in this move on the 15-minute chart, there is one red candle and there is another green move, there is another red candles. So back to back 2 important red candles, and that 2 red candles are very important liquidity zone. The first one is 2250 level. If the market drops to that level, yes, absolutely, we will be looking to see how the market is reacting to those levels. Locally, it's still maintaining that bullish market structure. Any break below that level, yes, we will be looking to see how the market is reacting to those levels. And I'll appreciate your support to the channel. You will also let me know how you think that the market is going to go. Good morning. Mr. Kadiola, funded account or personal account? What do you mean by funded account or personal account? Hi, sir. Thank you very much. And Nihian, hello. Good morning. Good morning, Ian. Chan, good morning. Good morning, Gbpusd, your coach. Hello, good morning. Greetings. Ian, JPY USD or USD JPY. Okay, so yeah, we have seen a little bit of movement on gold early today. Now it's on a pullback, and also I would like to see the news calendar to see where the market is heading at the moment. So if we look at here, what we can see that this is there is a today is Monday, 1st of April. Some area has a public holiday, not all areas. So basically, still the banks are open. So we could see, we already have seen in the early Asian session there is a good move, and yeah. So today is coming up. There is a news coming up. First, so 2nd of April. So tonight, which is ISM service manufacturing PMI. So we will be also trading that news. As you know that we will be covering that news, so make sure that guys you also stick to the next live as well. As you know that I do come on live twice, so hope that helps, because I really want to help as many traders as possible using this live session. Also, I love trading, so we have a very good team here trading together. Good morning. Bullish market, definitely waiting for a big pullback, then enter. Yes, we need to see a good pullback and then entering. So there is a news coming up later today that could be a very good market mover, because you see that tomorrow coming up also. So tomorrow after tomorrow is ADP, non-farm employment change, and then again ISM service PMI on Wednesday in NY session. Thursday there will be speech and also CPI on CHF, followed by Friday is a big day, NFP. Now NFP is absolutely important. Why? Because this day is very predictable. Okay, when the data released, we can see a good trend in the market, guys. Some trader, I have seen that some trader make money for the whole month using only the NFP. All right, so do you trade NFP? Some days you guys have seen that we had, I think in this live session, highest number of winning during the NFP so far. I remember so far, if you sum up all the trade that we have taken and also sum up all the trade that we have taken after the NFP release, we had a very high accuracy on NFP. The reason is why do NFP during it's also very important question, right? Why does the market become very predictable and good to trade after the NFP? By knowing also it much easier for you to trade during the NFP. So have you got any idea? I want to ask this question. Being curious is very important. Sorry, any update on? Yep, absolutely. We will be discussing on crude oil as well. So let me ask you this question as a pool. So let me ask you guys this as a pool. Why does the market is so profitable to trade after NFP release? Let me give you an option and then you guys will understand. Is So there are two. I have posted a poll. Let me know what do you think, that why does the market become very good to trade just after the NFP news? So any update on crude oil? Yeah, today news will affect crude oil. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you very much. So let's see what's happening with the crude oil, WTI. So if we look at WTI at the moment is not that. Okay, so what we can see here on WTI, so if we look at the daily and lower time frame on WTI, so we see there's a gap opening on WTI. I'll come back to it later. We can see that we might see a pullback on this market. So before we look at WTI, I would like to see what's happening with gold again, and then also we will be looking at USD pairs, because we need to find an entry. Once we find suitable entry, we will be looking to enter any trade coming. So we can see that gold is, if you look at, this is the drop here, a pullback, and in that area, okay, what we can see, this is a, you can see this is a big move here and narrow area in that zone. So what we can see from this lower time frame, so here is gold is a bit in a consolidation. We'll be waiting for that level to be tested, and then we can look for potential entry opportunity on gold. Now in the meantime, let's quickly look at the AUD USD also. Now AUD USD, we just had a first trade of the week with AUD USD, though the market was a bit slower, but we had a quick trade on AUD USD. I managed to secure around 0.5% on this instrument on AUD USD, and also I have posted that trade to the VIP group as well. Let me quickly look at that trade on AUD USD. What did I look at, so that I know I can explain to you guys why I have opened this trade, so that you also know exactly how to trade this instrument. Now AUD USD, we have secured very quick profit, couple of pips, but with a tight stop loss. As you know that this instrument has a very low spread. So why did I open the trade? Let me explain to you guys why I have opened the trade on AUD USD and why I have taken that profit on the trade, and so that you can guys understand that this is a 15-minute chart, and you can see that there is a liquidity candle has formed here on AUD USD. Now what is liquidity candle? I do conduct quite a few Zoom classes on the VIP community explaining that liquidity candle. Okay, so a liquidity candle is where the smart money grab the liquidity and the market moves in the direction of where the big boys wanting to move the market. Now as you know that this kind of market, where you can see that where the market, retail trader cannot move the market, right? This is the main thing here that we need to understand. If you know, we all are retail trader, but if you are trading like a retail trader, it's very hard to be profitable as a trader. You need to know that how the smart money is trading the market. You see, we see the candlestick pattern, indicator, charts, but on the other side there is something else. What is happening on the other side? On the other side is transaction, is the interaction between buyers and sellers on the other side, and that's what the smart trader understand, that when to trade with smart money. Guys, if you are not understanding that, then definitely you are missing out the real trading experience. You know, it happened to me also. You know, when I begin, I didn't understand anything. You know, looking at the candlestick pattern, looking at the chart, trying to buy or sell, just gambling. It happens especially in the beginning. Just buying fixed lot, selling fixed lot, and then exiting the trade with a smaller profit, and then taking a big loss. So basically it happens because of not understanding why the market moves, when the market moves. Now the way one can understand this concept, by understanding how the smart money trade the market. And when I begin my trading journey, I had no idea about what is trading, all right, being honest, because even before, in 2013, before when I was doing my job, I tried many other ways to make a living, trying affiliate marketing, trying there's a lot of ways I tried, but I found that later something brought in my attention about trading. And when I begin my trading, I had no idea. I had no one even know who knows trading. I had to figure out everything, right, by myself. Believe that many of you also in the same situation where you are figuring out everything by yourself. So if you are figuring out by yourself, then I strongly say that you landed in the right place, where you can get a support, you can get understand how the trading works. You have probably, if you are following our live session for some time, you exactly know that how we trade here in Forex Trading Wizard Academy, because I wouldn't say that from very beginning I became very quickly profitable. Probably I was a bit late learner. I probably very little mistakes left for me that I didn't make, right? So I remember that even during the weekend closure, the trade was in the middle, nearly to the profit, but I did not close it over the weekend, just to see that with the weekend opening, the spread widens so much that took me to stop loss. So there are many ways that I had to learn from my mistakes. So learning from mistakes is very effective, but it cost a lot. That cost me a lot. But you can learn the other way around also. You can learn from someone who makes that mistake. And that's why I focus also on the mistakes as well, so that it can be clear to others. That's why I explain what mistakes I made, so that you guys can avoid that pitfall. So make sure that you take it, note it down, and then always, if you are keeping any position open over the weekend, check it, how many pips stop loss you are far from, or from take profit. Try to close over the weekend. If it is a day trade, if it is a swing trade, you easily can keep that trade open over the weekend, but you need to check if it is nearing the take profit or nearing the stop loss. This is another thing. The most important part is that try not to trade without proper risk manager tool. I can't emphasize more than this. Very, very important. There was a time when I put a stop loss, but I put instead of 1.01, I put 1.001, something like that. I believe that in Eurusdjpy, and then it just wiped 25,000 from my account over the night. So make sure that you put a stop loss, but double check. That's why if you have a risk manager tool on your MT4, then you can double check it, okay, so that you can you have a clear understanding of where is your stop loss, and you know exactly how much is your risk, which is very, very important. And especially this kind of trade, such as this one, AUD USD trade, that we have only, if you look at the 5 pip stop loss. And also I have sent out this trade. This is the trade that I have posted on the VIP community who are trading with us. So when you are opening this kind of trade, make sure that you use a risk manager tool. If you are late on opening, then let it go. There is a lot of trade comes, and all my trade also I share in the in the group. So if you missed out any trade, that's completely fine. Let it go and you will find another one coming next. So make sure that you are not experiencing FOMO or over trading at the same time. So make sure that you always stay managed on your trade. Now let's look at this trade on AUD USD where we started. This is if you look at, there's a narrow doji here on AUD USD, and with the narrow doji, this is a very significant level of support here, and the market has broken that low, has bounced back up, closed as a bullish engulfer. That's a very strong liquidity candle. And because if you look at here, this is a very significant level of support as well. We have seen that break and then return back. Chances that the price will move in that direction in a couple of pips, and that's what we have taken, because it's a 5 pip stop loss. Even 3 to 5 pip move can give us a good move for this trade. That's what we have taken, and I'm expecting now to have a bit more bigger move, as there's a 4-hour candle closing. We have seen the market grab multiple liquidity, expecting for the price to keep pushing high. So if we find that another entry, I will be looking to enter. Once we can see the market settle, has given us another entry opportunity on any of these USD pairs. Again, EURUSD, thank you, EURUSD. Yeah, we will be looking at. So along with the AUD USD, if we look at the euro dollar, this market euro dollar, we can see that a bit more in a choppy, but that choppy market basically represents another breakout, because when the market is choppy, basically it keep preparing for another breakout. Let's look at the bigger picture on euro dollar, starting with the daily chart. If you closely look at, guys, what we can see on euro dollar from the daily, this is a daily move here. Okay, so this is a daily move. It's a big drop, a pullback, another drop. What we can expect on euro dollar is a drop, pullback, another drop. Now previous day there is a long doji here, last day of trading week. Now today so far we have seen that euro dollar has formed a lower high in that area, and because it's a falling market on euro dollar, the bigger picture bias is still to the downside. But let's look at the intraday. Now 4-hour time frame on euro dollar, we can see that the market is maintaining series of lower high in that area on euro dollar. Now with that series of lower high creation, what we can expect on euro dollar, what I think that before, if it wants to break in that direction, we could see on euro dollar to break to the upside before it drops down. So chances for euro dollar to grab liquidity from the resistance is high. So if I draw this resistance level on euro dollar, what we can see that in this area, now if you look at, this is the resistance line, today's high. So if the market breaking this high above this level, where this is the previous daily high, so this is the zone that I will be looking for selling opportunity on euro dollar. And I think that the price might revisit that level, because if you look at here, you can see that this market didn't grab that enough liquidity for this breakdown. So we will be waiting on euro dollar for the price to move up to this zone where there is a high liquidity, and then we will be looking for entry opportunity on euro dollar. I think that we might see initial bounce, especially above 1800 level. So 1.0798 to 6 to 7 pip range is very important for euro dollar. If we see the market has dropped from that zone, we will be looking for, once we can see the market is there, any kind of pullback, we will be to this level, we will be looking for selling opportunity on euro dollar. And I think that you can see with this move on euro dollar, the market is consolidating here. We could see another attempt from the buyers to this zone, and then highly likely we could see euro dollar is breaking in that direction. Especially this resistance here, you can see, is a very significant level of resistance. Expecting euro dollar to break that swing high, and then what we will see in that case, all this series of lower high will be broken. That's where we can look for that entry opportunity on euro dollar. I believe that, guys, you are enjoying this live session. I would appreciate your support to the channel. If you enjoy, if you give a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press that bell notification so that you are not missing out any of the content that I am posting every single day. And also let me know which one you are looking at the moment, what instrument you are trading, so that we can I can look at it. If you, and also let us know what's your opinion about the market. This week is NFP, and as you know that NFP is absolutely important for us to look at, because NFP week is the best week always for me, and I believe that for you as well. So why does the market is so profit? Okay, so I see that there are 40 votes because good for this. Okay, market trends. Yeah. So that majority of the members voted for NFP. Yeah. So the NFP is the reason NFP is so profitable to trade after the NFP release is because the market trends. Okay, it's important that the market trends, because when the market doesn't trend, it's very hard to trade. And also there is a volume in the market. If you look at just before NFP, if you look at the overall data, you'll see that a lot of traders close their positions due to the uncertainty. And once the market the data released, new volume come in the market, which is very good to trade. But never open any trade during the news. Okay, during the NFP news is very volatile. Patience is key, very important as a trader. Okay, so you stay patient always is absolutely important. So we can see that euro dollar here. Let me look at gold again. Looking at gold, and here is we can see that gold is, we look at this now this local trend on the 5-minute chart. So if there is any entry, now if you look at the 1 hour, and the bulls is still not being able to create a new higher high, so we might see that on gold another potential downside here locally for deeper pullback. And with a deeper pullback, we could see again another rejection to the upside. So looking at Gbpusd is just choppy at the moment. I wouldn't be looking at GJ. So what's happened with the euro dollar? Looking at the daily. Okay, so from the daily here on euro dollar, this is a resistance line on euro dollar, and if we look at the daily on gold, we need to find that entry point in this instrument. So this is the 4-hour candle. The previous session's candle is a weekless candle here, and with the weekless candle, okay, so with the weekless candle, the market has created that bounce to the upside, and with that bounce, at the moment you can see the bulls not getting enough fuel, so we might see a bit more deeper correction in this instrument. All right, so we have to be patiently wait for the trading in the major direction of the trend. All right, so it's very important that we always trade with the flow. All right, so trading with the flow is very important. Also, flow is very essential part of our life as well. You know, there is a holiday season is over, you guys and girls, probably you know that a little bit of stagnation, isn't it? When there is a holiday season over, there is a little bit of stagnation comes, is because of the flow. Okay, so when you are, you know, working, looking at things, you'll see that it goes much easier. But when there's a holiday, there is a little bit of stoppage, things become a bit harder to start up again, right? So it's because we are out of flow a little bit, and to get in the flow again, you need to restart everything, isn't it? So how do you restart when there is a little bit of stagnation? By reminding and rewriting everything over and over again. How many of you write your goal? Are you serious about achieving your goal as a trader? See, this is very important. You know, we have one life, and absolutely important that we do everything possible to achieve the goal that you want to set. I'm looking at GU bear, EU bear. Okay, let me trade, just looking how move not tagged into live account. I'm looking at GU bear, EU bear, EN bull, not taking any trade, just looking how they move, not logged into my live account to prevent. So you okay, yeah, being aware is very important. Okay, so especially impulsive trading also happens, right? So to prevent impulsive trading, probably everyone has their own way to prevent it. You might not log into the live account, it's fine, but make sure that when you logged in again, you are not becoming very aggressive to it. So the best way to eliminate impulsive trading is to have a clear trading plan, right? So that you know exactly what you want from the market, because it happens, especially the impulsive trading or over trading, is when you don't know what you will be trading, which is very important. Because if you have a strategy specifically, you know that exactly what kind of candlestick pattern that you need to look at when you are trading the market, right? The rule-based strategy. Now if you look at our trade, we had one trade today. I would like to have more in the upcoming session, but if you look at this one here, you can see that this is a clean bullish pattern, right? So but if you don't have a clear trading plan and you don't know exactly when to enter, when to exit, what is the rules of your entry, then there is a chance for that impulsive trading, that emotional trading. All right, so it's It's important that you understand. The best way is to have a full awareness of your own emotion, right? Which is not a part of trading, but it's a big part of life, having a full awareness of the emotional response. And I have seen that, it's very few people are successful on that. But to be successful as a trader, it's important that you also pay full attention to it. If you are a serious trader, if you really want to be a serious trader, then you need to have a clear, what I can say, that understanding of the emotional process in terms of trading and in terms of everything, right? So there are two ways. We think that we act based on logic and reason, but in practical we act based on emotion, and then we justify that action, rationalize it based on logic and reason. So the other way around, it's very important. So for example, let's say, this is a very important point to look at. Let's say a trader suddenly open 3, 4, 5 trades, and then because of the emotional response, and then trader may justify it. Okay, I opened because the news for USD looks the inflation this and that, so USD is going to be stronger, so I bought AUD USD or sold AUD USD, and because of that. So but the other way around, right? So it's very important that you have a full understanding of the emotional process. How do you do that then? It's a very good question, isn't it? How do you clearly have an understanding of your emotional process, right? Is it a hard task or it's easy? Can you give an idea how you can have a clear understanding of your emotional process? Let me know, guys and girls, how you think about it. How do you process your emotion and keep your mind clear when you are opening position? Good morning, thank you very much. EURUSD, yeah, EURUSD. So I see quite a few requests for EURUSD. Let me look at that. Okay, so EURUSD is a bit of choppy at the moment. We discussed that. And if you look at here, okay, if you look at here, this is where you can see this is the resistance level, waiting for euro dollar to break to the upside and then to give us entry opportunity. And I think that euro dollar initially could push to the upside and then expecting it to break, because from that structure it's a very choppy here, waiting for a breakout and then to break down. So later today there is a news coming up, as you can see, 1 a.m. in my zone, which is the ISM manufacturing PMI. I will be trading that in this live session. So guys, make sure that you stick till this one as well as the next one. So in our next live we will be covering that USD news coming up as a manufacturing PMI. So we will be looking at that news, and make sure you guys and girls stick to the channel for all the lives that I'm doing. There are a lot of things that you can learn and grow as a trader. So yeah, so here what I think that euro dollar might bounce up first, grab liquidity, and then we could see that the market is dropping down in that direction with a massive liquidity grab. So we'll be waiting on euro dollar to bounce back up, grab liquidity, and then to return back to the downside, and then we will be jumping on the trade. Good morning, thank you very much. Thank you, coach. Welcome Kali. So what do you think, guys? This is the least emphasized point from the traders looking at the emotional component of trading, and that is why it is the biggest obstacle for a trader, right? So make sure that you take it seriously and understand it, why how it impact the trading, because behind every losing trade there is an emotional reason behind it, right? So how do you combat that? Let's understand it from a very fundamental perspective. So let's look at the brain. We have a brain. So this is our brain here, and the middle brain is what is called the amygdala, which is the responsible for all kind of emotion generated by the brain and mind. Now if we look at that midbrain, how does it relate to our trading? So let's look at a completely fundamental perspective, then you will understand exactly what you should be doing to prevent that. So let's look at even very primitive way. Okay, if you look at thousands of years ago, that where our ancestors were living in the cave, right? So how does the brain evolve over time? So if you look at the cave where there was always an attack from the lion, from tigers, right? So that where the brain became very alert, protecting a person, right? And that's where the fear is being generated, because whenever there is a lion or tiger on the cave, the brain will generate an emotion, okay, emotion of fear. That okay, fear is a flight and fight response. So fear, basically what it does, it turns brain into fight and flight response, right? So either fight with the lion or run away, whichever is safer to you, right? So that's the job of the fear, is to turn that brain into fight and flight response. So what happens is that when there is a fear is being generated, we act irrationally. That's the thing, okay, because it's a survival. So survival doesn't care about rationality, it only cares about saving your, protect your life, and that's what the survival is. Now when it turns into fight and flight response, that's where you can see that everything become irrational. So then how does it relates to trading? Okay, it comes from the meaning that you put behind the trade. When you open a position, right? So let's say you open a position and now it has gone to the red, right? Maybe it's a very small trade, but you see the red figure on your trading account. And now the brain translate, the way we put the meaning behind it is either a friend or a threat. You see, this is how the midbrain translate it, either a friend or a threat. So now red is considered as a threat by the brain. Why? Because it's the obstacle to your success, okay? Because the meaning that we have given, okay, if I win a trade, I'll grow my trading account, then I will be quitting my 9 to 5, or I will go to holiday. It's my success. Now it's red means that it's not gonna happen, so it's a risk. And then the brain doesn't understand a lot of things that you need, and then it just generates the emotion of fear, the same fear it generates when there was a tiger and lion in front of the cave, right? So the brain turns into fight and flight response, which basically turns the situation worse, and then we try to revenge that trade, we try to recover that loss, putting more and more and more and more position behind it, right? So that's where I have seen hundreds of thousands of students that I have mentored, and I see the same kind of pattern happen over and over again, because we carry the same brain, everyone. All right, so now what is the solution behind it that you can combat that? Well, the only way is to turn that brain relaxed, okay? So you need to say to your brain that it's okay to have a losing trade, because that's how you can be a winning trader. So how do you do that? Well, there are a couple of ways you can. First thing is to create an awareness. Another thing you can do, some of the practice also will be helpful to you. Okay, so if you are a very dedicated trader, when you sit down on your trading desk, relax. Okay, sit down, take few deep breaths. Okay, that's also really helpful. That will help you to make a lot of good decision when you are opening position. Believe me, this will be helpful to you. Because why? Let me give you the reason behind it. Why few 10 to 15 deep breaths will be helpful to you to turn that brain into again a relaxed brain, is because imagine that when there is a tiger in front of you, or anything in front of you, what will happen is you breathe shallow. Okay, so the brain recognizes everything based on how you conduct your body and everything. Okay, so you breathe shallow, and because of the shallow breath, the brain will recognize that, yeah, that's true, there is a threat here. But when you breathe deeply and slowly, because when there is a, let's say there is a tiger in front of your house or cave, you can't breathe slowly, right? You can't breathe slowly, and it's not possible, right? You're gonna, like, you're afraid, fearful, so you breathe quick and shallow. But when there is, you are on a beach, right, drinking the juice, and nice looking shiny sun shining in the sky, very relaxing moment, so you're gonna breathe slow and deep, and that's where the brain recognizes it's okay. Then you started to think rationally again. Probably you just understand, okay, I'm out of my mind. At least you'll realize that, and then you can shut down the computer, go out, and come back again later. Because you'll see that if you realize it, most of the bad trading habit happens in just a matter of a window, like 5 to 10 minutes. And then you realize that, okay, I opened 4 trade now, I can't close them, let me finish that. And then you'll see that I will go to somewhere else in a big drawdown or like that. So that is why this is a very important point to look at if you really want to be a profitable trader. And doing all of them, also there is a positive side to it, right? There is, on the other side, there is a freedom, right? As a profitable trader, you can have freedom. You can quit anything that you want to quit, or you can visit wherever you want to visit, because you have enough freedom and you don't need a lot of things, right? Forex is the most profitable and easiest way to generate extra income or generate the full-time income, if you know exactly how to do that. So make sure you stay tuned to this channel, and this is what I'm doing here day in, day out. Yesterday also many of you have joined in this academy. Thank you for joining. And also, for those who are joining here, I'm providing everything along with this live session as well. But if you are on the academy, then you can access a lot of resources, tools, and also, staying with a community is absolutely important, because when you stay with a community, you have more and more exposure to the things that they said, that is, that you will be always the 5% of the average of people, average of 5 people that you associate with. This is the real truth. So along with many other things, that including the tools that I'm using in Forex Trading Wizard Academy. If you haven't joined yet, you can join us today. There is a link below this video in the description for the website. Once you are on the website, you can click join now button, then you can access everything that we have. I have also given you the link for the website. You can click the link and then visit the website, click join now button if you want to explore more content everything that we have in Forex Trading Wizard Academy to help you in your journey as a trader. In addition, you can access all my trades, including this one that today we have opened profitable trade and wanna open more. Every week I post a lot of trade that I'm trading, including entry, stop loss, and take profit target. And also you can learn the strategy that I am trading behind those trade. So there's a link below this video in the description. Don't hesitate to ask any question using the live chat agent available on the website. So now let's look at euro dollar again, that we are on this chart on euro dollar. Now euro dollar, if you look at the 4-hour closed here and expecting for the price to go ahead and retest the daily high, and I think that we might see that retest if we see the market has given us that that retest. We will be looking for entry. Here is a little bit of choppy, so let the market break out and then we will be looking to enter. There is a rain, guys, the big rain going on. Okay, so now let's look at gold here. The 4-hour candle closed on gold also with a narrower red candle. Let's see. Okay, so gold, what I think that gold might be, we might see that on gold is a deeper drop here. Okay, so if we look at a bit more deeper pullback, this is a big move on gold and it's now on a pullback. We might see with the news, the market might change a little bit of sentiment in the market. Before the news, if we see that gold is dropping for a deeper pullback, with the news we might see again continuation to the upside. And looking at the daily chart, you see this is the daily candle. If the market drops to this level on the daily, especially in that 20 to 40 level, I think that will be a very good point to look for again buying opportunity. And here is also the 1-hour 20 EMA. So if the news bringing that price that far, we might not see that far, but expecting it to drop deeply and give us that liquidity candle. If you are not sure about the liquidity candle, you can let me know. We'll be discussing in depth on that, guys and girls. Make sure that you give a thumbs up. Thank you. Any trade setup, sir? Please, I only place one trade per time. Welcome. Thank you for that. Thank you for your explanation, sir. So hours. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and I would appreciate your support, guys. I see that likes and views almost a half, so if you give a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press that bell notification so that you are not missing out any of the content that I'm posting every single day. Welcome. And here is gold in this lower time frame. This is a local bearish pattern, which is still in the 5 minutes. If you look at, it's a local downtrend, expecting it to drop deeper. Okay, drop deeper and then to grab that liquidity and then to revert back to the upside. Okay, so here it's in a locally in a downtrend, waiting for the price to grab that liquidity and then to revert back to the upside. Okay, so here we have to wait for that entry. Let me look at on so from the 4-hour perspective, I will be quickly looking at the whole market to see what's happening, just to see that overall picture in the market. Dollar yen is completely choppy. There is no way that we can trade this market at the moment. It's one candle range. Let's quickly look at the WTI. Okay, so this market also in a trend. So if we look at the US oil, let me look at the monthly perspective to see overall picture in the market. Now if I look at the monthly chart on WTI, what we can see that this is the monthly impulse here on WTI, and now with that impulse there is a gap opening. And what we could see here from the monthly, today is the first day of the month. So far, after breaking that high, the market slowly dropping down here. And if I look at the weekly chart on WTI, what we can see from the weekly, this is a very clean impulsive move to the upside on WTI. And because it's in a very strongly uptrend and the market has broken that high, any deeper pullback can give us again entry opportunity to the upside. Now looking at the daily chart on WTI, here is the daily move. Okay, so I look at the intraday 4 hour, where you can see you can see this pin bar is quite important, especially if you look at our TF strategy indicator. You can see that this is where the perfect example of applying the liquidity candle along with the TF strategy indicator. Now for those who I have already given to many of you the TF strategy indicator, to access that indicator you need to be a lifetime member in Forex Trading Wizard Academy. I could give it for free, but the only thing is that if I give it for free, it might not be useful to you, because you first need to learn the rules of the strategy to use the indicator. All trade that you can find with the indicator may not be helpful to you. You need to see the rules of the strategy and then use it. Now especially I would recommend you to use it a bit on the higher time frame, such as on the 4 hour. Now you can see that when you see the market cleanly separate from each other, form this kind of candle, that's a nice trade. If you look at from here, you can see it's almost, you can achieve 5 times profit target on that. So this is why it is so important that you use a rule-based strategy when you are trading, and then trade it based on the proper risk management plan, and then you can access, you can be profit. You don't need a lot of trades, 2 trades, 1 trades per day. That should be more than enough for you to remain profitable over the long term for any kind of opportunity. So now here is, if you look at the WTI, because the market is in a very strongly uptrend, and currently it's coming for a pullback. This is the 4 hour candle. I would be I would like to see that it dropped a bit more downside, because it's in an uptrend. You can see here is quite a few dodges on the 1 hour, and this is a very high liquidity zone. In case if WTI is dropping here, that could be a very good point for another entry. Might be a little bit of ambitious, but if we see the WTI drop well below this level, yeah, that's a very good market will be for potential entry opportunity. Because here is, we can see there's a reversal pattern here. The market has broken to the upside. Now it is coming for retest of this neckline, and this is a clean bullish impulse correction. We can expect for another impulse to the upside on WTI. So WTI, if it drops below, already it has broken a swing low, a liquidity zone. It's now we might see an attempt from the buyers, but I would say that we might see a bit more deeper drop before taking any bullish trade here. Depending on the price action, we will be looking to enter as soon as we find that entry opportunity. Fluorescence, morning, welcome. Fluorescence coach, I would like to know about liquidity candle. So, hello coach, I have just joined, sorry for that, I'm missing your previous weekly forex forecast. Will you do it? If not, could you please review quickly the USD pairs? Thank you. Yeah, so absolutely, thanks for mentioning that. Yeah, I will be analyzing all the USD pairs and gold. Weekly forex forecast was not posted. We'll be going through it because of the holiday. So let me look at first of all, I would like to know about the liquidity candle. Yes, so to know the liquidity candle, if you really want to know the liquidity, that's the best decision you'll ever make, because when you know how the smart money trading, you don't have much thing to know from the market. Okay, so if you want to know the secret of this universe, according to Nikola Tesla, he is a scientist of all time. Okay, some genius has really discovered the secret of the universe. One of them is Nikola Tesla. And he said that if you want to know the secret of the universe, then you think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Right? So similarly, if you want to know the secret of the market, then only think in terms of market structure, liquidity, and price action. Now, what did the Nikola Tesla said is will change the way you look at everything. Okay, so what I mean everything is like you will gain, if you know the secret of this universe, that means that how the universe operates, you become like a superhuman being, because this is all about, right? The power is absolutely within everyone. So how can you use that notion that Nikola Tesla explained is in another sequence? If I rephrase it to you, because that language might be a bit harder, then if I rephrase it to you, it will be like all the secrets is in 3 stages. So thinking, okay, and then emotion, and then action. Okay, so these are the 3 secrets one can use to create anything. Okay, you can cultivate any thinking, right? So you can, like in a garden, you can put a seeds on it, so you can cultivate any thinking, and then you can feel that thinking, like you can generate emotion behind it by repetition, and then you can take action that will bring it to the fruits to the world, and that's where exactly everything. So you might say, okay, I tried many ways but not working out, is because the thinking that we experience is 98% is under the surface. According to science, a man thinks 60 to 70,000 thoughts in a day. How many thinking you can remember? What did you thought all day long? That's where everything is being created. But if you know you can take control over your thinking, then you can take control over your emotion, and that will, you can take control over your action, and then you can take control over everything, right? So that's where the secret, because when you know what thinking is changing your emotional state, you can choose the thinking that will elevate your emotion, and that when you know that what thinking will elevate your emotion, you elevate your emotion, and then you act from that place of higher emotion. Okay, so there is everything, that's all. So it's called a pyramid. If you look at this pyramid like that, okay, this is where all the struggle here, the emotion that brings struggle into life, that's where all the struggle. And when you know how to elevate that emotional state of being, you act from the place of higher emotion, where you know how to change everything. And that's where this is what the Nikola Tesla said, because there is a universe within you also, right? So it's within you. So this is where everything, right? So that's how once you study yourself, you can study the whole universe. So to understand the market, you don't need to do a lot of things. Just study three most important component of the market structure. Study it from all angle. Okay, study it from what I call the indicator. Try to study everything about the market structure, and then price action, how to read the price action in every angle. Then liquidity. Okay, so liquidity, what does it mean? Everything. These three things once you master, and then learn risk management, and you become a consistently profitable trader. No one can stop it with proper trading psychology. And to develop the trading psychology, you can apply the method of Nikola Tesla. Try to act from a higher emotional state of being, and that's where you can become, your action will be refined, and you can become really the man that you want to become, or woman you want to become. So that's all it is. And I believe that you guys are here in this channel, and I'm really thanking everyone for being here. We discuss a lot of things. Definitely you can find something very different here. If you are finding it very interesting and different, then make sure that you stick to the channel by giving a thumbs up, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Along with trading, we make it very interesting. I believe that it will be helpful to you to develop a very creative and profitable trading career here with us in Forex Trading Wizard Academy. So let me see here. Okay, Usdjpy, yep, we will be looking at that. So here is WTI that we discussed. This is a 4-hour candle, expecting it to drop further, and then we can look for that entry opportunity on WTI. So let me look at that on let me see here. Okay, so gold we will be waiting for. It's a bit more choppy. I think that the news coming up could be a good catalyst for all those instruments to give us entry opportunity here. Looking at all of them, euro dollar, so a bit more choppy at the moment, waiting for the market to break out, and then we will be entering another trade. Early today we had one trade on a USD which has given some profit. In my account I gained 0.5%, waiting for another entry opportunity in any of this instrument. Thank you, coach, for your welcome. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so here is okay, so we will be waiting for proper entry. As I would recommend not to force the trade. When there is a trade, there is a trade. When there is no trade, we just need to wait for that entry. So dollar yen, we can see that it's just trying to break out. Dollar yen was in a very long choppy market structure. So if it breaks out, definitely it will have a big boom here. This is the weekly price action on dollar yen, and from the daily you can see very narrow choppy. So once it will break down or break out, we will also have a very good entry point on dollar yen. So with that being said, guys, I'm coming on live again for another live coming up later very shortly with the ISM. What's that? ISM's manufacturing. Sometimes it's got very difficult to explain. ISM manufacturing PMI coming up in just a couple of hours. I will be covering that on live in this session. So if you want to be trade with me, don't hesitate to stick to the next live. And before I leave, guys, if you want to trade the broker that I'm trading, regulated broker for TMGM, I have given you the link in the live chat. You can use that link, or let me give you another link. I think it will be better to give you the actual link. Let me see that on. So I'm giving you the link in the live chat. You can use that link and then click that link, register, and then you can start trading. You can even start with a smaller account. Trading with a regulated broker is always the best decision. So you can use that link to start and then to grow your trading account. 2.2 I'm Pacific right now. See you on NY. Yep, I'll see you guys there again, trading live together on NY Open. Until that, stay well, stay happy, and thank you. Always manage your risk when you are trading.